Welcome to Weekly Digest, where we highlight the works of ministers of government as they push the administration's development agenda. Residents of Cummins Lodge Industry, Better Hope, Beehive, and surrounding areas along the East Coast Corridor were made aware of government's efforts to minimize inconvenience due to the ongoing four-lane highway from Sheriff Street to Orange Nassau. Minister of Public Works Bishop Juan Edgell held several engagements on Saturday where residents were updated on the project.
We are not operating recklessly. This is a major development. We're not operating recklessly. We are doing what needs to be done to ensure that the road is built and that people's lives are improved. And while we are improving people's lives, we also address the issues of inconvenience and difficulties that they're facing.
Residents were also assured that any bridges, fences, and other property damaged during this period will be restored as part of the contractual obligations. The MV Hercules has been acquired in response to the appeals of residents along the Essequibo coast of the significant increase in traffic flow in key routes such as Leguan, Wakenham, Supanam, and Bartico. The vessel, a brainchild of His Excellency Dr. Muhammad Irfan Ali, is alleviating the strain on traditional ferry services.
This is not designed to carry passengers except to carry the 40 inside. But this is where we carry the vehicle, the space. And you would have noticed recently in the media, during the time of the regatta, the Hercules, they would have shown pictures where people sit down on the outside, and they were making a big fuss about it. But this is what has come to, and it has relieved people from suffering. When you go with a boat, a regular ferry, you can only carry 32 vehicles. So when you pass 32 vehicles, you gotta wait for the next lane. With the Hercules, this is also sailing behind and making a big difference in the lives of people.
As works continue on clearing the rubble from the collapsed roof of the Stabroek Market Wharf, government is satisfied with the pace of the 4 to 5 person manual operation. Minister of Home Affairs Robeson Ben, Minister of Local Government and Regional Development Sonia Parag, and Minister within the Ministry of Public Works Deodat Indar revisited the site for an update on these works.
What is close to the riverside we'll put on the barge. What is close to the side we'll put here and move with trucks. So this operation will continue today.
The wait is finally over for 1,500 Guyanese after receiving their house lots during the Ministry of Housing and Water first major Dream Realized Housing Drive for 2024.
In a year and a half, we have completed over 107 2- and 3-bedroom houses on the west coast of Demerara. And as I speak, we have another 337 under construction within the Lenora area, Lenora-Edinburgh area. These houses, the total, not take into consideration the infrastructure costs, is about $2.6 billion investment here on the west coast of Demerara for houses. And these are committed. We still have catered for hundreds more.
A total of 36 residents of Region 3 received steel and cement vouchers to aid in the construction of their homes. The distribution event took place in the compound of the Guyana Water Incorporated at Klein Powderin, West Bank, Demerara, Region 3.
The aim is to ensure that people's lives are improved, that they have home ownership, that they have access to utilities, that they have access to jobs, and that they are overall economically empowered. That is the ultimate measure of the success of our government, I think. Giving people financial independence, giving them control and freedom over their own lives.
Water is a vital commodity necessary for human existence. With its importance, Guyana aims to ensure every person has access to potable water by the year 2025. This is why a $1.3 billion water treatment plant is being constructed at Wales in Region 3. This facility will service 16,000 residents from Nimes to Wales when completed in November. it is about 60% completed.
If you live in proximity to those areas, your complaint is the quality of the water that is coming through the taps. Or if you throw it on the wall or throw it on the concrete, it gives off that red stain. So all of that is things of the past.
Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs Senior Counsel Anil Nandlal has assured that the relationship with oil giant ExxonMobil is not one-sided. The contractual relationship benefits Guyana and the foreign investor.
It's governed by a contract, it's governed by licenses, it's governed by permits, and it's governed by the laws of Guyana. I can assure you that is a relationship that is arm's length, and it's a relationship that the government uses to ensure, having regard to the given parameters, that the people of Guyana get a good deal from the oil and gas sector.
Guyana is supporting calls for a second International Decade for People of African Descent. This position was confirmed by Minister of Tourism, Industry and Commerce, Oni Jawalran, as she addressed delegates at the opening of the third session of the Permanent Forum on People of African Descent in Geneva, Switzerland.
Regarding the call for a second International Decade for People of African Descent, we take note of the merits in that call and unreservedly support the extension of the decade. Guyana looks forward to contributing to the efforts toward improving the conditions of people of African descent, both by supporting the work of this forum and by continuing to craft and implement programs that will redound to the benefit of Guyanese of African descent.
Female entrepreneurs are being encouraged to break glass ceilings in the business sector by Minister of Human Services and Social Security, Dr. Vindhya Prasad. This charge was made in anticipation of the 4th edition of We Lift, a platform that celebrates the innovation and strides that Guyanese businesswomen have made.
It is really coming together in this unified way, creating a movement of women entrepreneurs and telling them not to limit themselves, so that when they succeed in one area, they must progress to the next step, because we want women to understand that they have opportunities equally.
This has brought us to the end of this edition of Weekly Digest. For these and other government-related stories, do log on to our website at dpi.gov.gy and our social media platforms as well. Goodbye.